Hi, my name is John Thomas. I am a professional drummer. I have been playing since I was 4 or 5. I mean, just practicing playing for fun. Professionally since 15, but really professionally since 17, because I was still in school at 15 now. Since then, I started out like how everybody starts out. I just played, I practiced on books. I had a pair of sticks. Then I graduated to drum pads, but it was just literally drum pads, no sound. It was just a rubber pad. I had 3 toms, snare, hi-hat, kick, but they were all the same pads, so no actual tones. I did that for 5 years. Then I hopped onto an acoustic kit when I was Form 2, so I was 15. And then I guess my career has just been that of every other professional musician. I started out playing whatever gigs I could get. Moved into the pop scene. I was playing a lot of jazz and fusion back then, and I still do. Well, I'm not really playing much of that now, but I eventually from there I did the whole function scene, and I started doing pop shows, local pop shows, and then I got into the Pan-Asian market. Started doing shows for Taiwanese artists, and I'm still doing that until today. My dad was my first influence. He's a guitarist named Josie Thomas. He's played with a lot of great drummers, so his direction was invaluable, like coming up. He would tell me what to practice, how I should practice. He didn't actually know the technicalities of the drums, but I think that was better than having a drum teacher, because when you're playing drums, right, you don't want to impress other drummers. You want to impress your bandmates or the non-musicians, right? So my dad was a guitarist, so he was giving me input from a non-drummer perspective, and so I think that was very helpful. Then, of course, I got into like all the local drummers, the great local drummers. Louis Pragasam, heavy influence. Zayed Ahmad, heavy influence. People like Dave Weckl, Dennis Chambers were my 2 main other influences back then. I was just mainly really just trying to dissect what they're doing. David Garibaldi from Tower of Power. And now I just listen to whoever's on YouTube. Yeah. So what it takes to be a professional drummer is, I guess, a professional anything, just a lot of practicing, getting really good at what you do. Of course, like being a professional drummer takes different sorts of disciplines from being a professional other sort of instrumentalist. You gotta get all your basics down, be really comfortable around the kit, be able to keep good time, have good tone, all the things everybody tells you. Getting a bit deeper into that, besides learning, getting your chops together, getting your groove and your feel and everything. Besides that, I think what it takes to make it and be successful in the scene is because every professional drummer can play, right? If you had 30 professional drummers in the scene, they all can play. So what separates you from the next guy, right? So it's not a competition, but you should bring something different to the table. Like, number one, if you want to get on the touring circuit, you got to be an easy guy to get along with, a likable guy, right? Nobody wants to spend 30 shows on the road with a guy that nobody likes, right? So be a nice guy, have a good attitude, of course, bring the goods, be able to play well. Okay, so I just played 2 Roland kits. I played the flagship TD-50, and there's one behind over there, the TD-07. The TD-50, of course, it's got endless possibilities, right? Wong and his team from Roland Asia Pacific were helping me dial in the sounds. you could customize things for days. Very user friendly, amazing sounds. But more than that, like it, there's inspiring sounds. Like sounds like as you're going through the presets, there's sounds in there that make you want to play things you don't normally would play. And for anybody getting this, it's not just you're not just getting good drum sounds, you're getting inspiring sounds. The touch is amazing. The feel is amazing. I love the bass drum pad. That's the one thing like I've always had issues with electronic kits, the bass drum pad, because just never really felt very real. It is an amazing bass drum pad. I love playing it. Both the TD-50 and the TD-07. Like, really great response. The TD-07 is just so compact. Like, the module's like this big. I could put it in a really big back pocket. But the sounds, obviously it does not have all the same sounds that the TD-50 has, but it also does not have the price tag that the TD-50 has. But for home drummer, you have more than enough things to get you going. So yeah, I'm very impressed by both kits actually. I've been playing Roland electronic kits on and off for many years already. I've tried various different kits through the years. I don't remember the model names exactly, but they've always been, the go-to, the industry standard when it comes to electronic drums. Yeah. Just try and be the best you can be in your instrument or in the drums, on the drums. Have a good attitude. Make sure you take care of business. That means like, when we're practicing this, I always divide it to things that I need to practice and things that I want to practice. So need to practice is like everything that's gonna make you successful. But they're mostly very boring things. Practicing a metronome at 60, hitting the drum to get your tone over and over again. It's not glamorous, but you need to practice those things. So you got to balance that out with stuff you want to practice, like the stuff you see on YouTube, the flashy stuff, the cool beats. So I think if you have both of these things going hand in hand, have a good attitude, go out and network. In the age of like social media, have like some sort of presence on there, and yeah, you will do well. Yeah.